Welcome to Tone Talks. This is Antonio Moore coming to you from Tone Talks here with a pop-up show this Sunday, having a necessary discussion to let Black Americans, let really Angelinos kind of release about what we just found out about the LA City Council. We have been telling you for years that this is a problem. And this isn't about coalition building or people of color. This is about the truth of being an American descendant of slavery in a country that has denied you, ignored you, and actually tried to replace you. We have this reality of America not understanding itself, people not understanding the dynamics of what made America. Let's start right here. This is racial composition of America over time. If you look at the blue line is Black folk. Now, this is pretty much ADOS Black folk with a small uptick of other people that are Caribbean and African, West African primarily, after 1980, 20 years after Jim Crow. Before this is all ADOS people. But in addition, Latino and other, there's nearly nothing here before 1950. But nobody really knows that or understands that because now ADOS people have been cast off, casted aside, and everyone else has way more opportunity than us. And we see the consequence of that, not only in the statements by Nury Martinez, but also in a big case that's going on right now, because we're going to get to that too. Might as well show you right now. We're going through a lot of charts today. Karen Bass going to be in this too. In California, largest race bias cases, Latino workers are accused of abusing Black colleagues. LA Times. This breaking Los Angeles council member story connects to this other story of racism and labor practices at a deep level. In California's largest race bias cases, Latino workers are accused of abusing Black colleagues. Can we talk about it? Can we not make it just about one person, but make it about the reality of a politics where Black women that should have been confronting the Latino vote decided to chastise Black men, Jamelia? They had a whole article in the LA Times about Black men supporting Karen Bass. I voted for Karen Bass. I don't have to. I voted for Karen Bass. Where is her politics today? I need Karen Bass to come out tomorrow. I need her out here tomorrow. If you don't come out here tomorrow, don't be mad if Black men don't support you or Black women don't support you. You need to be calling for the resignation of these council members tomorrow. I don't want to hear no coalition. I don't want to hear no people of color. I want to hear resignation tomorrow. Can we talk? Can we get to it? I already sent off my ballot, so don't come to me with no nonsense about supporting Kemp or Caruso. But there is an expectation that comes with my vote, and today I call on that expectation. Can we call? Can we talk? This is Antonio Moore, Tone Talks. Please subscribe. Press the share button. You know how it gets. They don't like us talking this politics. Suppression and all kind of sorts of issues going on with the channels. Can we talk? 310-388-3499. Part of this show is to let you guys vent. Another part is to give you the larger context, because they're going to make this about a woman rather than a demographic. They're going to make this about a woman rather than a demographic. We're going to make this about politics. Can we talk? So we have this LA City Council member, Nury Martinez, Gil Cedillo, and Kevin De Leon, all three of them, and the LA Labor Federation president, Ron Herrera, making racist statements and discussing redistricting, which is gerrymandering. So Latinos are gerrymandering around Black folks in Los Angeles. Let me tell you something else about this chart here. Before this point, the Latinos that were here, the few that were here, were considered white. The idea that we are just black, not ADOS black, American descendant of slavery black, and also that we're people of color has done an injustice to the reality of our historical lineage. Can we talk? We've been shut out of our own country we built, and then we scream in reparations. Where's the California Reparations Committee today? Ain't no point in talking about no reparations if y'all not ready to get out here. Shirley Weber needs to be speaking today on this issue, calling for the resignation of these 3 Latino council members and also the possible resignation of this LA Labor Federation president, Ron Herrera. I don't care what it cost her in terms of politics. Where is the Reparations Commission today making that happen? Y'all need to start tweeting. Everybody getting checks for being on the commission. Ain't no point in reparations if this is going to happen. Let me say this again. Ain't no point in talking about California reparations if this happens. What is this, Tone? What happened? Some of us don't know. Well, today it leaked that there was this audio. And it wasn't an offshoot audio. Understand, this is a regular conversation, most likely. And they're saying things about gerrymandering. They're making comments about blacks being monkeys. But we xenophobic for setting up ADOS. I just want to talk about it. Y'all done set up a commission for reparations, but ain't got no politics in Los Angeles. We're going to talk about reparations and the historical woes, but not deal with the reality of the structural racism going on right now in the city of Los Angeles. How about we put that all to the side and start doing our job today? All the commission need to, if I was the chair of the commission, we getting on a phone call and putting out a statement that this lady needs to resign today. Win, lose, or draw. That's the job. Y'all done messed this whole thing up. Can't leverage no power. Are we worried about the vote and we don't want to disrupt the vote because it's right now and we don't want to interrupt that for Newsom or for Weber or for anyone else? How about it? Y'all ready to jump on this Twitter, put this pressure on these people, leveraging our politics. So she says, F that guy, he's with the blacks. I got some specific statements. I don't have all of them. I got some specific statements that we're going to get into when we talk about this. But my statement was this is plainly racist. Nury Martinez, Gil Cedillo, Kevin De Leon, and LA Labor Federation President Ron Herrera should all be removed from council for making racist statements showing extreme bias. At Karen Bass, LA. This should be a first action. And when I say first, I mean tomorrow. Right on the trail. Win, lose, or draw, it's time. No more fence straddling. It's time to say it as it is. You really should be talking about that big bias case that's going on as well, because this isn't about a person. It's about a demographic and how that demographic doesn't mix with ADOS folks all the time. Can we talk? Can we talk? But we're going to focus on black men not supporting Karen Bass. Now, I tagged, you know me, I tagged Nury, that's her Twitter, CD6 Nury, that's Nury Martinez, Kevin De Leon, I tagged him, and Gil Cedillo. And if y'all want to call in 310-388-3499, we can talk about it right now. I'll let you apologize live, but I'm not saying that I accept the apology. Can we talk about it? Because I don't. We got a great statement coming out of the ADOS Foundation. Shout out to Yvette Carnell. I have to tell you, I co-founded ADOS with Yvette, but the ADOS Foundation, she's the president. And as the president, she told everybody to read this. Read the thread by the New York Times talking about what happened so you can get informed. Then she released a statement as the president of this group. Where is the NAACP? Where art thou? Where is Mark Morial? Where is Karen Bass today? We demand a real rebuke from NAACP, Derek, NAACP, which is the president, Reverend Al Sharpton, Mark Morial, and the CBC. These national orgs and politicians have wasted the last 40 to 50 years, putting us in an out of leverage position as it relates to other minority groups. ADOS Advocacy Foundation is changing to the trajectory. In addition, she called for their resignation, these council members, just as I did. What we have to understand is there are politics being done while your politics is being undone. Let me take the first caller. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is North.
What's up, North? What do you think about what was said by this council member and what's going on here in Los Angeles?
Oh, I'm just finally glad that it got to a point whereby multiple people are noticing it. And let me just say this first and foremost. I'll give you your flowers for talking about this, but because when I came to you and told you about these people and what they were doing in city council and things that you always talked about. Let's get this straight. This is not the first time Tony has talked about this stuff. You know, I came to him telling him about. I believe I even spoke about this woman, but it's multiple city council members who are doing this, and it's not just this. We're talking about the whole wind key project. That's a scam. We're talking about all this money that disappears when it comes to ARC. Because understand, we're the main ones that suffer homelessness. But when you talk about policy, they use our names and faces. Yes, the money is flipped over to get to so-called Hispanics. For them to be sitting up here and saying all of this, none of this stuff is a surprise to me. But go ahead, Tom. Yeah.
No, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I want you right here because I want to go through a bit of this article and talk about it in specific. Now, I don't have the audio. It's not my audio to share, but I do have a certain set of screenshots from the article that was initially done by the group that put it out. F that guy, he's with the blacks. And the recording council president, Nury Martinez, says of Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon, F that guy, he's with the blacks. For those people that don't know what happened with Gascon, is he's elected as the Los Angeles District Attorney. He came from San Francisco. Since he's come in, he's created much more progressive policies when it comes to everything from marijuana to reckless driving. And as a result, people are not getting these horrendous sentences. That's who she's talking about. Look him up. There's nothing you can do to control him, Paris ... Ito. Martinez says of the adopted black son of council member Mike Bonin. Shut up, little monkey is the translation. What do you think, North?
This stuff is just really not surprising to me. What I was hoping was that this would happen to whereby there would be headlines about it, because nothing was going to get done unless there was some sort of headline about the just the out and out racist behavior that these city council meetings are involved in. And not only that, not to take the topic anywhere else, I want to say exactly here. But let's understand that the few AOS members that are on city council here in LA County, they are right witnesses. It's not like black city council members do not know what these so-called Hispanics are doing. They know exactly what's going on.
And that's why I said Karen Bass should come out. That's why I said Karen Bass, I don't care about the election. You got to come out and call for these resignations. You want the black vote. You said black men don't vote for you. I voted for you, and I demand for my vote that you come out and demand these people to get resigned. I don't care about your relationship with them if you have any. I don't care about the condition of what that does to fracture your tenuous possible relationship with the Latino vote. I need you to do the job that you set out to stay when you said you spoke for black folks. What do you think, North?
Just to let y'all know, any two times that you are ADOS and you talk about this problem, understand what's going to happen to you. I've been talking about this for a very long time. I'm forgetting his name right now, but I believe he's in charge of the 9th district here in LA County. He knew exactly what was going on. When I said, let me just read what was this. These people who are attached to city council and who are attached to any kind of nonprofits and everything all like that, these people, they know all about it. They know exactly what's going on. They don't want us talking.
Somebody.
So I'm going to right there. But thank you. I appreciate everything that you have done
thank you, Nor. Nor came in and dropped it. Thank you. Efrain Rojas said the translation is wrong. He said he looks like. She said he looks like a baby monkey. Okay, Efrain, I think you made your point. There's nothing you can do to control him. If we use Efrain's translation, which he said is the correct one, he looks like a baby monkey. Huh. No apology fixes this. No change in the way that she's positioned for power where she's not the president. The only thing that changes this in regard to her, Nury Martinez, is she got to go. But it's not about a person. This is about the reality of not being honest that ADOS Black Americans built America. See, you guys want to talk about, a California Reparations Commission, but not deal with California. You want to talk about reparations, but not deal with America. I need the chair of the California Reparations Commission to do the job that she set out to do, which isn't just reparations. It's to repair the position of Black folks in California. So go put your pressure on. Do the work. I'm just telling you, you want to step up in the shoes, you got to do the work. Now, I say this as well. I want to continue on with some of these statements, and if it's too much for you, you can always come back to the show or skip forward once we get past it. But I need to keep sharing this. Shout out to Dixon. Please support the channel with the super chat or on Patreon, tonetalks.org to support the channel overall. We're here having a pop-up show. We're going to try to speak to this because I wanted to give it a larger context and not just get caught up in a single resignation or a single apology, and give this a framework of how everyone has avoided and tiptoed around the fact that the energy that has been given to Black men in the national voting space should have, and also even locally in Los Angeles, has been given to Latinos a long time ago. This kid needs a beat down. Understand the kid, I believe, is 2 years old. 2 years old, adopted Black child. Let me take him around the corner. I'll bring him right back. Martina further jokes about wanting to beat the adopted son of Bonin. 25 Blacks are shouting, meaning we're small. We don't have that many people. See, that's the problem. Your auntie don't want to do politics. Your grandma don't want to do politics. Your sister want to do hair, but she don't want to do politics. But you want to be in the city of Los Angeles. You want your potholes fixed. You want your garbage taken on time. You want your schools to open with books, but you don't want to do politics. Martinez, De León, Cedillo, and Herrera discussed Black political power in Los Angeles and what De León terms the Wizard of Oz effect. We some fantastical people. We fantastical. We don't understand what's going on. We not coherent. We not doing nothing right. Come on, man. I don't think we understand what's going on. I don't think we grasp the context of a nation that has decided to ignore us, that has decided to look over us rather than look at us. We have to step up and demand better. But that starts at home. That starts at home, 310-388-3499 if you want to speak on this. I want to give some context for California, the demographics here. If you do just straight Black, it's 2.2 million, and Black and interracial is 2.8 million people here. That's 6% of the population, 7% if you can't count the interracials. The reality is that we're not many folks here. Now, in addition, I wouldn't doubt that only 3 to 4% of that is ADOS, either half or full. Roughly, I'm just guesstimating. Whew. Yeah, Efren says if you don't have the numbers, you don't matter. Well, Efren, I'll show you in a second, but we're the Democratic Party, national. So even though we have the numbers, we still don't matter. What do I mean? So Black men vote for Biden at a 90% rate. Latinos vote for Biden at a 60% rate. We got the numbers, but then all of a sudden we didn't. They just cast a narrative that we didn't vote for Biden. So it's not about numbers. It's about the fact that you guys can free will and we can't. You can vote Republican and still be given the credit to be Democrat. Anna Navarro is on shows as a moderate when she a right wing. Anna Navarro be on The View. She be talking about how Trump is this and that. She a right wing. We can't do that. I can't do that. I get called right wing and I'm fully on the left for doing down ballot Democrat because people haven't been educated, don't have high levels of education, don't understand it. Nobody that's a Democratic shield says down ballot Democrat. Just basic on politics. You guys don't have it. I need to talk today. I need to talk. Let's visualize this country by race today, the American population. So I gave you the art. So basically, everything before the Civil Rights Act was just us. Then after the Civil Rights Act, we got all these other people. Hold on. When I say us, ADOS black folks, American descendant of slavery black folks, few Caribbeans in New York. That's about it. Few. You can read the book by Todd Hamilton, The Remaking of Black America. It breaks down the demographics. They were immigrating like less than 1,000 blacks for like decades in this country, a year. So we bust our heads against civil rights and open up opportunity. Our heads is all busted. Everybody else walked through. So by 1980, you have this uptick in everyone else, including black immigrants. And don't nobody want to say, where were you in 1950? Now you can say, well, white people didn't let them in. Well, why they let them in now? Can we talk today? Can we talk about the larger context of this discussion that needs to be had? Visualizing America's population by race, 60% white, 18.5% Hispanic. This amalgamated group that includes different kinds of people that don't go together. Cubans with Mexicans, with El Salvadorians, they don't go together. Argentinians, it's not a real population because it's like amalgamation of just the answer to black people. 12.2% black, but probably 3% of that is non-ADOS. So like 9% ADOS. But we built the country, so our value, I say this again to the gentleman that was talking earlier, Efren Rojas, is not in our numbers. It's just in us because we built America. Just like everybody else built their own country, Haiti, El Salvador, Mexico, Nigeria, we built this place. From the root to the top, there is nothing without American descendants of slavery. And to have this woman now today whose rights, whose opportunity sits on the back of a civil rights that came from my family's blood and toil on the ground in Mississippi is ridiculous. I need Karen Bass to tell her to resign tomorrow. I need you guys to understand what's going on. Because a lot of people don't understand because we all look the same. Meaning we all got two arms, we got two legs. No. Look at me and see an octopus. Look at me and see a giant. Look at me and see ADOS. I need you to see it today. See, it's funny because D Thought said it right here. As James Baldwin stated, our blood is in the soil. Yvette said this and they tied it to the Hitler or something. No, we was talking about this place we built. Because you want to take it from us, you gonna cast us as right wing or some kind of weird group. No. This is a common term. Joy Reid did that to Yvette, if y'all recall. I need you guys to see it. We're not supposed to exist. We're supposed to just disappear. Even when we try to share, and we don't have to, everybody act like they own what we shared. Come on. I need to get into it because I'm frustrated today, but I can't be frustrated if you don't know the numbers. This is the breakdown. So this chart here is broken down by state, so you can kind of see the numbers of different kinds of people. Let's look again. The blue is black folks, and the orange is Hispanic, and the light orange is white. Just to give you what we're looking at. So each box is kind of shown by state of where we're at. If you look, the heavy blue is all through the South. Georgia, 31% black. Florida, 15% black. South Carolina, 26% black. Mississippi, 38% black. Louisiana, 32% black. Understand, Mississippi, 38% black, got one black Congress member because they done gerrymandered the whole state. They got one black Congress member, 38% black. Well, the Latinos said they want to gerrymander Los Angeles. Let's look over at California, 5% black. And we can say almost probably a point and a half easily is not ADOS. They want to gerrymander that group to not have no power. So when you look at this in the context of a state that has 5% black population, probably 3.5% ADOS. See, down here in Mississippi, as an example, because black immigrants will go as an example, you have a large population of Somalians where George Floyd died in Minnesota. Down here, just 6%. Or you have a large population of West Africans and Belizeans here in California. But you go down here to Mississippi, this is all ADOS down here. This 38%. So I'm just giving you context so you can see what we are dealing with here. This is DC here, 45% black. Come on, Washington, D.C. Let's talk about it. This is the voting pattern of the different groups in the national elections from 12 to 16 to 20. Y'all see something? So everybody has been running around chasing black men. But it's Latinos that get to slide off. Let me say that again. Everyone has been chasing the false ghost of black men not voting Democrat, but it's Latinos that have gotten to slide off. So we look at the voting patterns in 12, blacks were 97%. And understand that's you put forward Barack Obama, and he was an incumbent. So understand that high uptick. You have them come down when you give us Hillary Clinton. I mean, she said super predator. She put black men in jail. I mean, her husband, like we never seen before. So you didn't give us a good choice, and still showed up at a 93% rate. With no policy really specifically targeted at ADOS. You got 2020 and Biden wins with a 90%. Understand, this is a man who basically is at the crux of mass incarceration of black men destroying black families. This is a man who created the student loan crisis. In part, he wrote the bills. And we still showed up at 90%. Let's look at the difference. Latino, 70, 71, 63. Where did that 8 points go? It went to Trump. It went to Trump. You look at Asians, down a point. You look at whites, they actually are up 3 points Democrat. And Latinos went 8 more points Republican. Huh. Can we talk? This is from Vox.com for those people that want to find it. Changing demographics, eligible voters, whites down a point, African Americans up a point, Hispanics up a point, Asians up a point. This is according to Brookings. Let's focus in. I want everybody to understand what I'm doing here. Let's go back. This is about Nury Martinez, my apologies. But it's also about a narrative that is happening around us where we can't be dynamic voters, where we can't do politics. Down ballot Democrat gets recasted as us being xenophobic or actually supporting right-wing Republicans while they can't actually vote far right for their own interests, whether it be personal, communal, or any other business. I'm here to tell you that there is something amiss, that this statement is not an isolated statement, that this is not about an individual or even 3 individuals, that there is something that needs to be uncovered. And if Karen Bass wants the black vote, she should uncover it. How about it? How about not making this an easy coast? How about making this about doing some real politics for us? This is inside of another Vox article. Mexicans are the largest Latino subgroup in most states across the country, and highly Mexican areas also show a drop 6 points, albeit smaller than Cuban areas. The author writes, Puerto Rican, Dominican, and this is the drop and decrease in Democratic support. Puerto Rican, Dominican, and areas of other dominant groups were in the middle, 8 to 9 point drop, close to the national average among Latinos. You look at this. Look. So Latino voters, all Latino voters, they vote in line. Mexicans are down 6 points. Cubans are down 13 points in support of Democrats. Puerto Ricans are down 9 points. Dominicans are down 8 points. And other is down 9 points. Other, I guess, El Salvadorians, Argentinians, they mix them all in. If Democrats don't find a way to reverse these declines, they'll find a difficult time competing in Florida and Texas. But we got to hear about it while we support Democrats and get no policy. How many of y'all knew this? How many of y'all need to hear this today? We're not here just to talk about a statement. We talked about the statement. We called for the resignation. When you read this article, you can go find it for yourself. It made you ask, what editor approved this article? There weren't no numbers. It was random interviews. Nobody actually said, to my belief, any strong support for Caruso. And Bass has not made it clear what she stands for. And that's on her. She ain't came and really said, I stand for ADOS, black folks. This is the reason why I support the California reparations bill, to my knowledge. And black people should get reparations. My thing is, I'll make it easy. How about tomorrow you call for the resignation? If that resignation doesn't happen, you'll do everything in your power once you become mayor on day one to make sure these people are out of office. Need to talk about it. Column, these black men say they'll vote for Caruso, not Bass. When we went over this article, it didn't even make no sense. It made no sense. They went down to one event, interviewed some people, and they didn't really even say that. They just kind of said they don't. To my reading, to my view, the interviews actually were more like, I don't understand what she or him stand for. Is it me, or is there really different political energy between black women and black men? Jamil Hill been aggressively attacking black men and the black male vote. Then she told us her mama voted for Trump, though. But she also said people who vote for Trump are racist. Can we talk? Can we talk about it? To be clear, because I want y'all to know, don't bundle me in with no Kemp supporters. I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't bundle me in with no Caruso supporters to make me seem crazy. Because that's the whole point. The point of connecting you to Trump is to make you seem crazy. Those people who are high school dropouts that don't understand, they don't understand nothing what's going on outside. What's happening is that people don't understand. It's not about being a Democrat or Republican. Not enough old black people voted dynamically. It's about making you seem crazy, off the beaten path when it comes to compared to general black voting population. That way, then they can ostracize you. That's the whole point. It's like, and it's just you running around talking about, well, I don't believe the blue, the red, the Democrat. Tell your grandmama that you live with. You live with your grandmama and you let her run around and say what she say because she believe that. You know why? Because she need her medicine on time. And you know why? Because you're poor and you can't help her get her medicine not on time if the Democrats don't. How about it? I need you to see it. Y'all out here acting like you just Frank Lucas off American Gangster. You ain't Frank Lucas. You the dude Frank Lucas beat up. Let's talk about it. Here we go with the conversation. So many of y'all confused about the state of politics, the state of your community, your own pocketbooks, the reality of investment. You just out here just scrambling. You done gave Jay Morrison $500. Where's that at? People told you it was okay. You don't hold them accountable. Let them be in charge of your own politics. Huh? To be clear, I do not support Brian Kemp in the Georgia election. I'm not in Georgia. So stop asking me about Georgian elections. I don't have enough knowledge of it. I don't speak to that. I live in Los Angeles. And I will vote for Karen Bass in Los Angeles. Keep my name and Tone Talk's channel away from that ignorance as a statement. Stop letting black celebrities sit everywhere at once. You got pictures with Diddy with Trump. You got pictures with Killer Mike with Kim. You got pictures with Kanye with Trump. Is Steve Harvey with Trump? Go ask them. Get away from me and go ask them. I ain't got no picture with Trump. Stop using me as an outlet. I don't want it no more. Stop playing with me. So now let's get to a larger context. So we had an article that broke, and I believe it connects right back. And let's go all the way back to make sure that we know what we're talking about. We're talking about this right here. We're talking about LA City Councilman Nury Martinez, who said, F that guy, talking about Gascon, he's with the blacks. But there is a major case going on that ties to that. In California's largest race bias cases, Latino workers are accused of abusing black colleagues. What everybody tries to do, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about the Black Caucus, I'm talking about Karen Bass, I'm talking about black city council members, is find a middle ground like blacks and Latinos get into it. That's not what's happening right now. That's not at all what's happening right now. What's happening right now is what leads to this kind of case. We don't have the power and the employment or anything to be oppressive in this way. We're just being oppressed as ADOS blacks in particular, blacks at large in Los Angeles. So people that got here in like 1980 are oppressing people that built the country. Let me say that again. People that got here in 1980 and have advantage, privileges, opportunity, and citizenship, because citizenship comes out of the U.S. American slave, are now oppressing the black folks that gave them those rights. Can I say it? And ain't nobody saying really nothing until a tape leaks where they actually call a black child that's two years old that ain't never done nothing to nobody a monkey. In California's largest race bias cases, Latino workers are accused of abusing black colleagues. Let's not make this about a woman. Let's make this about a body of politics, a body of politics that has led to this. An entire shift from Democrat to Republican by almost every major Latino group. Decreases in Latino support 2016 to 2020. You can go look it up on Vox.com. While black women like Jamil Hill in positions of power accuse black men. While the LA Times comes out with an article lacking the data to support it, saying black men are saying they're voting for Caruso. We're not even really talking about it. How about it? So we got this article, and I want to share a section with you. of this article, if I can. And again, let me read the title of it because I'm not going to have it up. In California's largest race bias, this is the LA Times, race bias cases, Latino workers are accused of abusing black colleagues. This is the context of the Nury Martinez City Council statement. Boot to neck has just shifted, not gone away. Boot to neck has shifted, not gone away. In an interview, black employees said a torrent of racist insults and discriminatory treatment was mainly inflicted by Latino coworkers and supervisors who compose roughly 3/4 of the workforces at the sprawling facilities in Ontario and Moreno Valley. Mayate, a type of Beetle and Spanish slang for the N-word, was a common taunt according to interviews and court filings. U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity, UEEO Commission, UEEOC, lawsuits allege that supervisors at the global medical supplier Cardinal Health and Ryder Integrated Logistics, a subsidiary of the trucking giant, along with their staffing firms, routinely ignored harassment in Spanish and English at their Inland Empire warehouses. They gave black employees the hardest manual jobs, denied them training and promotions, and failed to take action despite dozens of complaints, according to court filings and interviews. This is bigger than Nury Martinez. It starts with her resignation, but it don't end there. What is Karen Bass going to do about this? Stop asking me why I should vote for her. She's the politician. Think about it for a second. Let me back up before I finish this article. They want us to go in the store and ask the store or tell the store why they should allow us to buy their bread. Let me say it again. They want us to go to Kroger's or Ralph's, depends where you at, the grocery store, and give a dissertation to the store on why they should allow us to buy bread. It don't work like that. This don't even make no goddamn sense from the LA Times. We don't owe this woman. She owes us for our vote. And today is the day. Today is the day where we get away from people of color and being the conscience of America, where you say what you're going to do for black folks in Los Angeles. And if you don't want to do that, then just be quiet if somebody don't vote for you. I'm just saying to you, can we talk about it? You gotta beg somebody to sell you bread and say, please sell me bread because I'm going to use the bread to feed my family. I promise to buy more loaves from you next year. Nope, it doesn't work that way. How can you be this ignorant about politics? You don't go to the bread store and then give them your money and then they hold the bread and then maybe they give it to you. Can we talk? But that's the way they want us to look at voting. They said it in English. They said it in Spanish all the time. Recall Leon Simmons. And again, we're talking about the mayate word. So they call us mayate, an N-word in Spanish. When they look you right in the eye and call you the N-word to your face, that's dehumanizing. Let's get back to it. I want to make sure that we give this framing, that we keep it on. If she's saying this, what do you think the rest of the population is in Los Angeles saying? You think she's an aberration? You think she's an outlier? Can we talk? Can we see it? 32 miles away, at a Moreno Valley warehouse, it was the same story. Another black laborer, Benjamin Watkins, described how a Latina co-worker called to him, "Hey, monkey." Where did we just hear monkey? Where did we hear monkey for those people that were here at the beginning of the show? We just heard monkey right here. Shut up, little monkey. Control him, Parise to ch ... which translates to shut up, little monkey. Someone else said the true translation, you look like a monkey. Talking about a 2-year-old black adopted baby. Hey, monkey. Yeah, you. So, in America's long history, harassment and discrimination against black workers has usually involved white perpetrators, and that remains the case today. But with the rapid growth of the Latino population, now at 19% in the US and 39% in California, Latinos form the majority in many low-wage workplaces. Instances of anti-black bias and colorism among them is drawing new scrutiny, even as activists in the two communities forge alliances over criminal justice. Yeah. So, I wanted to give this a chance and let people kind of talk about this thing because it can go a lot of ways. I also wanted to give flowers to Yvette Carnell and the ADOS Foundation for actually saying that this resignation needs to happen. I said that as well. And I'm just looking at this thing and I just think it's awful. It's horrendous. It's racist, what was said. And I need these politicians, they done asked for our vote. We done voted for them. I voted for you, Karen Bass. I get it right now to make some demands. You done said all this about black men. How about you? How about it? So now that I don't want no spoiled bread. So if the bread's spoiled, I'm going to bring it back. We talked about the analogy earlier. Can we talk about it? Y'all know what we finna get into. So rightfully so, Kanye West was taken, his Twitter was locked, his Instagram was taken because he said some anti-Semitic stuff. I'm not here to get into that. I think his Twitter should be locked. But I want you guys to understand the level that ADOS black folks are seen at in media, in politics. They got to the point where we're supposed to vote for free and we just don't count. And the answer isn't to vote Republican instead. Y'all got to figure that out. Many of y'all got kids and families to feed. Because the reason I say that is when Talib Kweli was calling us ADOS is trash, we asked Twitter multiple times, that they should remove this tag. We weren't even talking about removing his account, but they should have done the same thing. But we don't count. Your parents didn't do the work for you to count. Your parents did not do the work for you to count. We should be able to tell Twitter they have this tag, ADOS is trash. ADOS means American Descendants of Slavery, which is the people that built the country, and the same reaction that happened to Kanye happened. But instead, what happened was everybody acted like that was just okay to put up, and it was there for like a year and a half. While they should lock Kanye West's Twitter account, I agree. Rapper Talib Kweli used the hashtag ADOS is trash for over a year, and no one said a thing. And writers from the New York Times and Washington Post were fully aware. ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. Twitter has locked Kanye West's account after he posted an anti-Semitic statement. Tweet. We had Talib Kweli. You think right? Nah, these are white boys pretending to be black. ADOS is trash. None of that is true. None of that is true. So, and then Farrah Stockman, who's the New York Times writer that wrote up the piece on us, all she said was no need to keep tagging me in the conversation. Now, maybe I missed the condemnation, and if I did, I apologize. But I haven't seen an article where you condemned him and said, hey, you shouldn't call a population that I covered and went to the conference trash. I'm going to write a whole New York Times article putting pressure on you and putting pressure on Twitter. Can we talk? But soon as Kanye did it, it's gone. Rightfully so. That's the difference in your power and their power. Now, if you count, you count. But you got black writers. Don't need to keep tagging me in the comment. What about him in this hashtag? This is patently racist. Blatantly racist. You got Karen Atia responding to the smear article he put up, ADOS, why ADOS is trash. Woo, it all makes sense. Who writes at the Washington Post? We can't get no opinion piece like Woman King. Woman King get an opinion piece about feminism and all of this. Ain't no piece about the people that built the country and opened up the opportunity for you to be here and write at the Washington Post. You got Ida Bay Wells, who's the 1619 Project. These ADOS folks, ADOS is trash. Sometimes it's embarrassing. No. How about you do what they did with that tweet by Kanye and stand up and say you can't call a full group of people trash? We need to talk about it. Do y'all see it? So many people are out here struggling and not dealing with things. We got Tuberville running for governor on the back, or senator. I think he's running for senator or governor. I apologize if I don't know. It's out of my state. And his whole thing is to say they want reparations because they think the people that do the crimes are owed that BS. Made his whole money with football and black kids playing for his football team and his recognition. No, we want reparations because you owe us reparations. But if you can't get rid of this, you damn sure can't get to that. If you can't deal with this, ain't no point in finishing that California Reparations Commission. You think that the state of California is going to give each black person, it said it's 2 million of them, and we're going to take out the black immigrants. Let's just say 1.5, 1.7 million ADOS black folks, 200,000, 300,000 each. And then at the same time, these people ain't gonna scream out, nah, we not accepting that. They go hand in hand. So Karen Bass, California Reparations Commission, Shirley Weber, Governor Newsom, all y'all gotta come out today and say that she has to resign tomorrow. And then you gotta move over and start talking about this case. And ask the question, not of black male voters who have the right to ask Karen Bass for an exchange for their vote, but of Latinos in the state of California. Are you doing this in the workplace? And if you are, we gonna fine you, we gonna jail you, we gonna make your life a problem because we can't accept this. I wanted to come today and have a discussion about a number of topics. The first thing was, and the primary thing was this woman, Nury Martinez, making these statements. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate Norfolk calling in. I know this is a heavy topic on a pop-up on Sunday. And I look at this whole thing and I feel like for so many people, we think that we can duck our heads in the sand to avoid the storm. Your body's still out. You're looking like an ostrich. So you duck your head in the sand, but your full body is in the storm. You better take your head up, look around, and do politics for your kids starve out. This is Tone Talks. Please go to tonetalks.org, subscribe or donate, share this video. We having a discussion that's not happening anywhere in the country, period.